What do you think is going to happen with LeBron, Kawhi? You know, there's Paul George out there too. Everybody thinks that Kawhi wanting to come to Los Angeles will be what opens the key to the door for LeBron to walk through. What do you think, Lisa?
Well, I think we're now in an era where super teams are a must if you want to win, and I think Golden State's really proved that. They found so much success with it. So I know that LeBron knows he cannot do it by himself. I think he's thinking long-term. Long-term is, I know he has a house in Los Angeles. I know that he enrolled his son in school here in Los Angeles, and I believe that that move for him will be great. It'll help parlay what he wants to do later, whether it's in movie and film and things like that. And LA is La La Land. Why wouldn't you want to be here? So with Kawhi Leonard, who I think being in a market where he's always been considered the number 4 best player, 3, whenever you have these conversations, now we'll get a steady digest of him. Seeing him for the Los Angeles Lakers in that uniform will give us an opportunity to recognize how great of a player he is. Now, if you can combine LeBron and Kawhi, you're covering offense and defense from position 1 through 5. You really have it on the floor. The way that they can defend will make anybody else around them better. You have Randall, who's on the Lakers already, who can defend at that 4. And remember, he has the size of LeBron, but LeBron can play any position at any time. He's also a very good defensive player. Now, in order to be able to compete with Golden State, you have to be able to play defense at a high level. You have to be top 5 in the whole league. With those 3 players on the court, they can do that. Now, you add Kuzma or Ball or any of the young players, they're going to be able to get in line and do some of the small intangible things. But I think they would put themselves in a great position to be able to compete and take down Golden State.
Don't you think, though, that some of the names you just mentioned would have to wear a Spurs uniform and they're just going to wave I mean, I know Magic is very persuasive, but he can't just wave a wand and get Kawhi here. He's got to give, you know, Pelinka and Magic and the team have got to give something up significant to go get Kawhi Leonard.
They have to give up something, but if you have a player who does not want to no longer play for your franchise, they'll figure out a way to get the trade and get whatever it is they want. Do they have something that San Antonio wants, the type of player that Popovich would want? Mm-hmm. Maybe. And if the Lakers have to lose that for LeBron and for Kawhi, anybody's going to be worth it.
So it is a fact LeBron's son is enrolled out here in California?
Allegedly.
Okay. So, in that,
from what I've heard, from reports that I've
sure.
heard.
So if that's the case, then he's coming here. I mean,
well,
he's coming to
I
Los
can't
Angeles,
say
right?
I didn't talk to LeBron, and LeBron didn't tell me that. But this is just from what I've heard through the industry and from players that I know that I cannot disclose.
You definitely have your ear to the ground more than most, Lisa.
Yes.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay. So then let me ask you this, Lisa Leslie here on the Rich Eisen Show. The idea that LeBron, with his final window of opportunity to win championships, which is obviously what folks like yourself and LeBron do this for. That's it. That's it, right? Obviously. Outside of family, which we understand.
No, we get it. Yeah, for our careers, it's about winning. If you don't win, it wasn't a great season.
Now, that said, though, later in life, you want as less drama as possible doing that. Would you think that LeBron would come here knowing that there's a teammate's dad who could pop off about anything at any time and create microphones coming to LeBron's face and saying, LeVar said this, LeVar said that?
I don't think that's an issue because I don't at all. I think that would be completely second and thirdary to his decision with his family, what's most important, his legacy and how it can end, playing for an amazing franchise. I mean, being a part of the Los Angeles Lakers history and fabric would be amazing, I think, for LeBron to end his career here. And I don't think LeVar Ball is something that he has to factor in. You can't get any more inside scoop than what you already have with the cameras pretty much following the team in the locker rooms, what they put out on social media on themselves. I don't think that that's going to play a factor in it.
So what about the Clippers maybe? Because at least with the Clippers, he could create his own legacy. That's the only, he would be the only number up there, essentially, as opposed to one of, I mean, shoot, you know what it looks like. It's Staples when the Lakers play.
Hey, you know, if it would have been, we would have rewound maybe a year back where Chris Paul was there and you had Blake and DeAndre together, I would say absolutely. I thought that would be a great storybook and a way for him to finish. But now it's not the case. It's a totally different team, and I think they're much further away than the Lakers are.
And last thing for you then on this, because you said that in this day and age, you got to have a super team to compete.
Yeah.
Do you like that?
I do, only because I know what it takes to win championships. It's not easy. And Michael Cooper used to always tell me, you can either help get us there or you can help us to win it, but you can't do both. And what that means is the same thing for LeBron. LeBron had an amazing regular season. Like, I think he hopefully will get the MVP because he just had a great season. And then to get them there, he needed help. He couldn't win the whole thing by himself. He ran out of gas. And so you need help to win a championship. The championship is different basketball. And this is the part that I do hate about playing. When it comes to the championship, the rules change, right? Like things that were fouls, for example, Harden. Harden goes through the middle all the time with this Euro step and all of that. He gets that call 99% of the time. He gets to the playoffs, what happens? It's not a foul anymore. That's the difficult part, is when you're in the playoffs, you have to be tougher, stronger. You have to fight through things that used to be fouls in regular season are no longer fouls when you get to the playoffs. And he got beat down. I mean, what else could LeBron have done with the team he had this year?
I know. He said that pretty much too, and he got some grief for it.
Yeah, what else could he have done? Like, dude,
I know.
That's it. You got like 3 dudes on your back. You take over 45, 50 points. And you know what? We're such we're in a time where we're so like, oh man, that wasn't enough. It's never enough. It's never enough. That guy is amazing. He's great, like great. And it's hard for people to appreciate it because why? People that are sitting around who they've never even played basketball, who couldn't make a basket, and you watch this guy and critique him start to finish.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.